Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is the You in Universe. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a few years ago, and the world has completely transformed since then. So if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. At the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. The You in Universe. Many years ago, I belonged to a spiritual organization. I noticed after a while that people were only trained up to a certain level, the result being that no one ever learned everything the people at the top knew. Later, I visited a spiritual community in Europe and noticed a similar trend. It seemed to me that those with the most experience weren't sharing all of it as an odd sort of job security. What if their students surpassed them? So then I committed to teaching everything I knew and led groups through a few years of classes. What happened was unexpected. It opened me up for mind-blowing experiences. It also was extremely uncomfortable. I was so used to being an expert in energy awareness, and suddenly I became a beginner again, and my ego imploded. So that's what happens. You release everything, you pass on all your knowledge. It expands the collective wisdom and propels you into new and greater growth. As an individual, it's challenging enough. For an organization or the leader of an organization, so very difficult. They've spent many years creating a structure for their system. Giving all their information away, even to people within their company, threatens their perceived foundation. And this is where businesses, communities, religions, corporations, countries get stuck and start to stagnate. They confuse stability with staying the same. They confuse power with hierarchies. Sharing power increases it. Giving knowledge compounds it. In this paradigm, there are no competitors, only collaborators. It's a co-creative world. It's all consciousness anyway. It's all you, the universe. Consciousness moving into form. Consciousness ascending, transcending from form. Breathing in, breathing out, the experience of life. But it's not all you, just as it's not all them. It's not all me, nor is it our father, nor any of the other filters defined by form. I once had an experience of falling into consciousness. I was walking in the woods and a song ran through my head. I had just had my heart broken, and it was a tune that I associated with that love. Instead of pushing it aside, I let it play in my head, and the feeling of love expanded. As it grew, I did not lose myself in its expansion. Instead, I became more clearly me in an ocean of love. Sometime later, after stepping out of an alcoholic relationship, I experienced being enveloped in love for several months, which subsided when falling in love with another relationship. Even though I had all the same problems, I knew everything was very, very well. During that time, even when something would happen that would have knocked me out of it, I was always able to come back to center. It was an amazing feeling, one that I imagine both Eckhart Tolle and Byron Katie existed. Tolle and Katie both suffered from deep depressions that tipped them over. They woke up one day and their personalities had shattered, replaced by what I am calling love. Each share their own way on how to attain that sense. Tolle exists in the now, and Katie questions every thought in the illusion. I spent some years seeking that love experience again and actually had a fleeting few weeks of it. Each time something different brought it on. Each time the feelings subsided when my focus shifted to seeking love in physical form. Although now, looking back, what ultimately brought it on was surrendering to it, being willing to fall through pain, heartache, depression to the other side. We're all navigating blind in this world, feeling our way. The right choice brings us happiness, and chasing illusions do not. Tolle and Katie each lost their identity and gained everything. Whatever you're feeling that you are lacking, love, security, power, wealth, you as consciousness already have and already are in a bigger way than you can possibly imagine. It's as if we're all stumbling through a house of mirrors, turning towards the image of what you think you need. You smash your face against the glass. We fear loss, and yet in losing something, we gain its original form. In the woods, I worried that if I fell into that sensation of love, I would lose myself. I worried that if I really tip over the way Eckhart Tolle and Byron Katie have, I will never be in a relationship again, yet each of them are married. When I lost the house that my children were born in and the land I felt had been a steward of, I was told that I had the entire planet to steward. When I was the most poverty-stricken, I received the most miracles. The world is truly an amusement park, a fun house of mirrors. Every person is a reflection. Moving towards desire actually moves moves you away from its attainment. Standing still and turning within seems too simple. Enlightenment has to be out there, up there in the expansive sky, and yet inside is a wormhole to the rest of the universe. As I sift through my decades of training and belief systems, I see sparks of truth and a lot of distortion. The spiritual organization I belong to emphasized making energetic separations. Clearing people out of your space was a big deal. Focusing on others invading your space is missing the point, however. It's about focusing on your own center, which connects you to the all that is. Without merging, you can't fall in love with a capital L. Another group I identified with emphasized reclaiming power from the illusion. I am the power and the presence of God. Everything else is made up, which is true and not true. It invalidates others. It has a residue of ego running rampant just to prove that nothing is real. And it always confused me because I'm so highly telepathic, I'd feel other people's emotional reactions, even if they're thousands of miles away. Reality is real in physical form. Others are real at this level. I am consciousness, and so are you. As you dissolve your perception, you peel away the layers of your onion personality, and you become more you as consciousness. You are unique. Your journey is yours. Your choices are your own. It's your own road trip. Whatever you do, however you do it, however you get there, you might as well enjoy the ride. So play with these concepts this week, see what happens, and leave me a comment below when you do, because I love to read your comments. I'm actually experiencing some of this again now, in that I made a commitment to make these daily videos. I'm just committed to putting all my information out there in a very similar way that I had committed to years ago to teaching everything that I knew. I'm not in the same position of teaching in-person classes anymore because I'm flying back and forth between Seattle and New York, and I'm going to Spain. I'm actually planning to move to Spain maybe in a year. All of the reality is in the midst of completely transforming, and I'm really curious to see what happens as these videos go out there and reach people, what new reality I'll propel to. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and social media, and please click the like button and subscribe, and that way you're also telling YouTube to share it far and wide and get this to someone who really needs this information. If you'd like to have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of your life as consciousness. And if you'd like some manifestation techniques, I have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles. There you learn to work with vibrations and shift your energy to create a completely transformed external reality. And you can click on that below. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can find out about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And I can answer any questions you might have, and it's recorded just for you. If you want to learn how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one, and I give you specific consciousness techniques that I've created so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.